Ooh. I'm never prepared for that drop. It's like a kind of like a ride at a theme park. You think that the fall is going to feel somewhat less substantial than it actually does, and then you kind of fall a little bit harder, a little bit faster, a little bit further. Monday night, out of the deload week and into normal training again. So hopefully tonight's session goes a little bit better than last week's Monday session. I mean, not hopefully. I know it'll go better, but I felt tired today, guys. So I'll tell you that. Like coming to the gym, definitely was not feeling keen. However, sometimes they're the best sessions. The sessions where you don't really feel like turning up to the gym. So it's always a good idea to just be mindful of that fact and just turn up anyway, regardless how you feel, and recognize that the most challenging component of training most days is actually just getting to the gym. Once you get to the damn gym, it gets exponentially easier after that point. So yeah, last vlog, whether I uploaded or not, Saturday's vlog, where I was training back, the audio went real shitty toward the end on the last couple of clips that I recorded, so I'm not sure how the audio is at the minute. I'm crossing my fingers that it's good, because I actually wanted to make a piece of short form content out of that last clip that I recorded in that last session, and I couldn't because the audio was trash. So I'm really hoping that the audio is better this time, so we'll see. Because it was fine up until that point. The entire last training session that I recorded, the back session, was really good. And I haven't got the windsock on either too, so I hope that there's not too much background interference getting picked up. The gym's pretty noisy tonight. So chest and triceps, I believe I want to say three chest exercises, 2 triceps exercises. No, 2 chest exercises, 2 triceps exercises, and the calf work. I've got calves at the start too, so I've got calves, chest, triceps. No side delts. Usually I do if I haven't trained them within 24 hours of the session. However, I did do some side delts yesterday. I did a little bit of a pump session in the hotel gym. So I did a little bit of triceps and biceps work yesterday, because basically the goal of the deload week was to have 3 days complete rest after that first terrible session that I had last week. I did what I'm about to do tonight, that session, I did that last week, and it was less than ideal. So I had 3 days complete rest on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I returned to the gym on Friday. I did like a lower volume glute hamstring session, and then I did a back session the day after that, and then Sunday, yesterday, I did kind of like a little bit of a bro arm session. Kept the volume low, the sets conservative, they weren't to failure or anything. Just so I could recover as much as possible in last week. I also got a massage last week, which I think probably did more damage than it did do any good. So I'll probably go to a different massage place next time. In saying that though, I definitely feel worlds better than I did last week, just not 100% yet. And I think that's mostly down to my sleep, because although I had the deload last week, my sleep was still shocking. And it's my own fault. It's self-inflicted. I have nobody to blame but myself. I haven't been using my CPAP machine yet. And I got a new mask for it purely because the full face mask it wasn't right for me. I needed a nose mask, like a nasal mask. So I got the nasal mask. I still haven't unpacked it from the box. I still haven't unopened it. So I should do that and set it up tonight. Not should, I will. I'll make sure of it. It's not just beneficial for myself, it's also for the sake of my fiance. She has to put up with my snoring at the minute. And I tell you, it's not good. It's pretty bad. It's bad enough that I wake up with a dry throat, dry mouth every morning. And bad enough that I wake up and go to the toilet 3 times every night. So I need to sort it out. It's not a want, but rather a necessity. So I'll do that tonight once I get home. I've still got some emails to respond to that I didn't really get to early today. Today's been a pretty flat out day, to be honest, despite the fact that Mondays are a check-in free day for me. I don't have any check-ins with any clients or athletes. They're all on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. it was still a busy day. They were stacked, so got a little bit left to mark off on the to-do list. So I'll get that done when I get home after a shower, and then eat intermittently between that and set up the CPAP machine. And even if I fall a little bit behind on food today, I think I'm going to just accept it as kind of a worthy sacrifice, I guess you could put it, in the name of getting better sleep. And then once I get a good night's sleep tonight, it should help me kind of reset the routine and the rhythm of things a little bit moving forward in the week. So even if I fall short on food for one day, it's the lesser of the two evils if it allows me to get on top of my sleep finally and start really fixing up my whole schedule and recovery for that matter. I think after that I'll feel a lot more energetic, the muscle soreness will be a lot less significant, and yeah, things will just flow better. So enough rambling, I'm going to go into the gym. I've got my EAAs mixed up. I didn't forget my carb powder, I just didn't bring it because I didn't really have enough room in my gym bag with my belt, camera bag, all that sort of stuff. So I'll just have to eat a little bit of extra carbs or drink some carbs when I get home. It's not the end of the world. It's a pretty low effort session. It's not really that demanding of me. I'm in chest and triceps. Legs tomorrow, however, I'm not skipping intra-carbs tomorrow. That'll be a day that I do not want to miss them. Anyway, let's get into the session. It's getting a bit late. What is it? Yeah, nearly 8 p.m. God damn it. I'm breaking my cardinal rule in gyms. Whenever I'm recording, I always said to myself, thou shalt not set the camera up in a walkway. I've just set my camera up in a walkway. Hopefully it doesn't obstruct anybody whilst they're moving around the gym. That would be very unfortunate for both my camera and for them. Nonetheless, got to get carbs done. So I'll do one warm-up set and then I'll jump into the working weight. And I'm going to try something a little bit different now after this deload. I'm going to lower the rep range for my calves. And I've always traditionally done quite a high rep range for calf training throughout my entire kind of lifting career. There's been sporadic moments where I've done lower rep ranges, kind of like 8 to 12, that sort of thing, 6 to 10. Although I haven't really done it for some time, and I think I might trial it out again. See how it goes. But warm-up set first. Nowhere near failure, just to familiarise myself with the action and movement itself. Now it's time to go to the working weight, which will be 305, 305 pounds. Because normally I do 285 for 15 plus reps. So for 8 to 12 or 6 to 10. I'll just see where it kind of falls, where the reps fall. I was very close to failure, but within that range, so 6 to 12. I think an appropriate weight, given that I normally do 285 for 15 to 20-ish. But 305 would be good for 6 to 12. I have to tell you though, EAAs do taste better when I've got some carb powder mixed into it, because you just get that artificial sweetness from the EAAs, but when you do the carb powder and the EAAs, it's kind of a more of a real kind of sugar sweetness, like a natural sweetness. Tastes a bit better. Alright. I think I'll increase the weight next week. So I got 12 on that one. 11, 11 and then 12 on the third set when I should be somewhat fatigued, so I think I can go 315 next week. Or 305. What's the next weight up? No, 325 I'll have to go. I still think that's doable, at least for 8 reps, so I'll give that a crack. Right. Because it's the first week after a deload though, volume can remain on the lower side. I'll still be in productive sessions, so make the most of the least before I need to increase it. So do a quick little warm-up set first. My friend was just on here before and he was doing the 100 pound. Should I try one up him? No, I won't. I will just stick to what I was doing and progress from there. However, I will do a warm-up set at 60 pound and see how that feels. Base my working weight off of what I did last week and how this warm-up set feels. If this warm-up set feels better than usual, I might bump it up a plate from what I was doing last week. If the warm-up set feels average, I'll keep the same warm-up, keep the same working weight. Feels better than usual. I'll give 90 a crack today, 90 pound. Rep range 8 to 12 still, so see how that feels. And I believe it's 3 sets. It might be 4 after double check. 3 or 4 sets. What I might do is get some music on. I've been listening to, believe it or not, a lot of Evanescence lately. Don't know what it is about it, just like a voice. So that's what is going on for this working set. If I can find what the heck is going on. Turn the volume up. Ooh. Ooh. One sit down. I'll check my phone. I think it's 3. No, I think it's 4. Let's see. Is it 4 or is it 3? 3. Oh, not bad. 9 reps. 1 less than the first, but feels good. Good mind to muscle connection. Decent pump. Feel strong, so. Final set. Surprisingly, as I get kind of deeper into this session, it's starting to feel better and better. Like my energy levels have improved. I mean, I shouldn't really say surprisingly. I kind of expect that, but almost to the point where I'm questioning if I was actually tired before, if it was just placebo, if I was just telling myself I felt tired, therefore I was tired, if that makes sense. Because I find a lot of the time, whatever narrative you feed yourself kind of manifests into reality. So if you tell yourself you're fucking tired or you're weak, you're going to feel tired when you feel weak. So I think it was a little bit of that, honestly. Like the whole what came first, the chicken or the egg, the thought of being tired or the actual feeling of being tired. Because if it was the thought of being tired, if you just reframe your mind, you know the tired then. So I think that's kind of what was going on. But one more set of these, and then it's on to the second and final chest exercise before we hit triceps after that. Get the music going. Alright. Hammer strength incline. Might have to play around with the settings on this machine, seat height and whatnot, because I haven't done a warm-up set. I was just going to jump straight into it because I feel quite warm. And because my working weight's not really that heavy on this set, which can be stupid, but it can also be fine depending on the individual. Feels like the seat might be a little bit too low, but I'll just see how this first set feels and base it off of that. Yeah, that feels fine. So, bit of a rest, and then I'll do the first working set. I find this exercise, it's a funny one. You don't have to load it up a lot, especially in comparison to some other hammer strength incline presses. I think it's because of the angle at which you're pressing, the angle at which the movement arcs. It's a lot more vertical, more kind of akin to a shoulder press than an actual chest press itself, whereas the more kind of later generations of their incline press machines seem to be a little bit more kind of straight out as opposed to vertical. And I mean, that'll play heavily into like whether it's more or less challenging, and also depending on whether you find overhead pressing or chest pressing more challenging. If you're somebody who finds overhead pressing easy and chest press challenging, then this might be easier than, say, a less kind of inclined, less arced kind of movement. But for me, I'm a lot weaker shoulder pressing than I am, I guess, doing a more traditional incline press. So, yeah, this is more difficult. All right. Pretty happy with that first set. It was a rep PB from last week, 2 reps up from last week, so yeah, can't really be disappointed with that, to be honest. 2 more sets of this to go. I'll do a volume escalation next week, I think, because this is only really 6 total direct working sets on chest. Even though the JM press kind of stimulates the chest a little bit, it's not that much. And it's not the rate limiting factor, like it's not the muscle group limiting performance, it's more the triceps. So chest isn't going to get a great deal out of it, so I'll add a little bit extra volume next week. Because even though 6 working sets for a muscle group in a single session is pretty reasonable, I can definitely tolerate more and probably get more out of more without being negatively impacted by doing more. Stay close to like 8 to 10 sets in a single session is kind of my sweet spot for chest. Other people might be a little bit lower. It's individual specific, like all things. Alright. Time for the final set. I wasn't going to try for a 12th rep because barely kind of locked out that 11th rep, and so it'll be a little bit pointless, to be fair. Triceps now, and then it's home after that. Normally I do standing tricep press downs, but I kind of want to take a bit of bracing out of it, so I might see if I can do like a seated or a laying tricep exercise. I just don't want to have the perceived feeling of exerting myself when I'm actually not exerting myself when it comes to my actual like triceps. I find I get a lot more kind of core involvement in standing tricep movements, so what I might do is like a cross-body tricep extension, but lay on a bench if I can manage to set that up somehow, somewhere in the gym, because it's quite busy at the moment. So that might be off the cards. I might just have to kind of bite the bullet and do what I normally do, even though it's subpar in comparison to that idea. Yeah, that, then JM Smith press, and that is it. Alright, so let's see how this works without any cuffs. So no, this is bench straight. I don't think it is. It's very deceiving because these machines aren't straight with the floor, so I'm just going to have to trial and error, I guess. Trial and error. Ooh, that was uncomfortable. I'm just fixing it. There we go. Oh, alright. So the workout exceptionally well. I feel like absolute shit. Okay. Second set. Starting to get a bit of a feel for this now, so I'll keep it at this weight for this week and just try kind of iron out the kinks in this exercise, because I don't want to get ahead of myself and escalate the volume too quick. I mean, escalate the weight. Guess I just gotta escalate the volume away. Depending on how you measure volume, that is traditional way or the more kind of modern RP method. Ooh. 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 Mm. 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 Ooh. 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 So far, so good. I definitely think I'll keep these in rotation. They just feel better. I don't feel like I'm getting an ab workout when I'm trying to train my triceps. Who knows, I might be able to actually get through direct ab work one day now without cramping up, because I'm not using my abs on every single arm exercise. Slide down the bench a little bit more so I get more of a stretch at that top end. One more. See what I got last week on this, so I know what I'm contending against. Quickly just record what I got in that last exercise. So 90 pound, which I've got here. Did that for, 90 excluding the Smith machine because I just can't be asked figuring out how much it weighs. 13, 12, 12, 13 last week, so we got 4 exercises of this. So I'll see how it goes. Oh shit, missed my bag by like half a foot. Set 1 went pretty good. I only matched the reps that I got last week, but in saying that, I need to factor in that I just did a different tricep exercise to what I normally do to my first tricep exercise, and it was a lot more, I suppose, targeted at the triceps, and there's less kind of wiggle room for, I suppose, other muscle groups to come in and assist the movements. So I'd say I probably got more kind of local fatigue in the triceps, which is why I'm probably struggling to hit a PB today. I don't think it's a lack of recovery or the fact that I need to deload any longer. It's just a change to exercise selection, which causes a little bit of, I suppose, additional novel stimulus, and then also on top of that, more local fatigue in the actual triceps. So don't be surprised if you, for example, have a exercise change from one training block to the next, and then suddenly you cannot perform output as well as you were in the previous block on your second tricep exercise, say, if your first triceps exercise has changed for that matter. Just accept and understand that it's most likely a result of that exercise swap, and that it's not indicative of you getting weaker or losing muscle. It can sometimes be, but highly unlikely if you're at maintenance, in a surplus God forbid, or have been dieting for less than 10 weeks. Whew. Sure, it's getting like sweaty. I don't know about you. I'm not a big fan of being sweaty or wet from rain or like a water gun or anything like that. Oh. Whew. It's a dude that like keeps walking around the gym with like a laptop and a phone. I know he looks very concerned and lost and confused at the same time. It's kind of strange. Just like doing like a bit of a, I don't know, like a, remember that game on your Nokia 3310s? Was it Snakes? Snakes 1 and 2? Something like that. He's just kind of like weaving in and out of all the equipment. I'm like, what on earth are you doing, man? Like, I don't know. Some people are weird. I hope he's alright. Seems like he's having a bad trip or something. But one more set. Definitely only 12 on that one. There's no way in hell I was doing 13. That's the session, man. So, home time.